So I started off in Northern Ireland, which is part of the UK with Scotland. And so their accent is, I'd say it was probably the easiest to understand, probably closest maybe to like American in a way, I guess relative to the other two. And then when you go down to Dublin, you get a little bit different accent. That was my next area. For example, like instead of like 33, they'd say like 33, which is kind of fun. So that was a little bit different. There's not as many redheads as you'd expect, though. And then I guess I'd say the Republic is probably more European in like layout and style, whereas like Northern Ireland would be closer to like Great Britain, because Ireland kind of broke off, and so I'd say it's a little bit more European in style and culture than Northern Ireland and Scotland. So that's kind of a difference. I'd say Scotland's a bit more, I don't know how to say it, but like Scotland, like the big cities, like it has bigger cities in general. And you've got Glasgow and Edinburgh, which are both like really big. So there's more like cities in Scotland, whereas Ireland, I'd say, is a little bit more like country, a little bit smaller cities. Like they still got some big ones, but just not as big. And Scotland, once again has a different accent depending on, and it changes depending on where you go. But yeah, it was really good. I guess some other differences, I'm trying to think. I mean, the people in all of them are really nice. I'd say Scotland, they're a little bit more straightforward, I guess, with you. And the Irish people, Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland, they'll talk to you forever. Like they all love to talk and have a good time. The Scottish people, I'd say, are a little bit like sarcastic in a way. Like they like to like make fun of you and kind of go back and forth with you a little bit. And like it's always good fun. Like we'd always joke, like, if the members like you because they'll make fun of you. So that was always fun. And then the Irish people, like, even if they didn't know you, like a lot of them would be nice and be like, oh, do you want to come in? And most of the time they'd offer you tea or coffee first. And then after you explained why you didn't drink that, then they'd be like, oh, well, here, have some juice or something like that. And so they were always just, for the most part, really interested in talking and getting to know you. And like they'd be curious about why you were out there doing it, and why you were at university or something else right now. And so then most of the people would be respectful, and not a lot of them were real willing to change necessarily, or want to meet with you further, but they'd talk with you for the time being and get what you had to say, and they'd always be really nice for the most part. So very accommodating. I'd say in all of them, like the members were always really nice. They'd feed you, and if they had a car, they'd give you rides if you needed them. They always offer that if you ever are going to come back, you can stay at their place. So I'd say they're really fantastic. I love the people over there.